It says record.
Okay,
There
good.
we go.
All right, welcome to the podcast. I'm Tira Ashley, and we have Shelby Kingsley here. We met in kind of a unique way. We met on Threads, and I think Shelby could go into like her experience of it, but I saw a post on Threads that you had posted that said something like, "Once my throat chakra opens, it's over for you bitches," or something like that.
That's the first one you saw. That's too funny.
And I immediately was like, oh my gosh, my algorithm is so on point. And I commented because it's something I've been thinking about and talking about specifically because I want to podcast. And it feels like, oh, it's like so hard for me to speak my truth, even though it calls to me. So that was our first interaction.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I didn't know that that was like the first one that you saw. I'm
Yeah,
like, that's like perfect for this. Like, I didn't realize that. That's awesome. That's too funny.
I know. And then I think from there, you invited me to your Telegram group.
Hmm.
How,
Yeah.
what inspired you to start that? And maybe tell me
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. So like I feel like my throat chakra or speaking is like a theme for me right now. Like I'm trying to like work on that. And like I've made a couple of posts about like throat chakra type stuff or whatever. And
Mhm.
then who was I speaking to? I was speaking to I think some other girl that I met on Threads. And I was like, "Oh, I wish there was like a group where I could just like have like public speaking groups or just like practice like speaking in front of people." And I was like, why don't I just do it myself? So then I like made a thread and I was like, if anyone wants to like do throat chakra clearing, like I'll start a group and like do a thing. So I think you saw that, right? And then I don't know if you just joined the group, right?
Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
DM'd me the link and I joined the
Mhm.
group. And I'm just, yeah, I'm trying to say yes to opportunities that drop into my lap like that, especially if they seem so aligned. Like if I'm asking myself a question, like, why do I struggle with this? And then all of a sudden someone pops up and they're like, hey, I'm thinking about this too. I'm gonna like jump on it.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna join.
I don't know. It's funny because I only did one of those, honestly. I haven't done one since. I just did that one and then I stopped doing it.
That's it.
But yeah. There was like three people that showed up. Like it was like 20 people or so that like joined. They're like, yeah, let's do it. And then I did it and it was like three people. And I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this every week, but I honestly should do it more so that I can like get more practice. But
Yeah,
um
yeah. Well,
yeah.
I would
But
definitely come back if
yeah.
you're big.
Yeah, so like when we did that meeting, we had a conversation and I think I asked you, I was like, why did you join this throat chakra clearing session? And you're like, oh, I've been wanting to start a podcast, but I've been like holding back from doing that. I was like, oh my God, me too. Like that's what I want to do. And so this is how this whole thing started.
Yeah, it just seemed too perfect. And I think I've been flailing with it a little bit. So the idea of having somebody to record with, I was like, yes.
Yeah. We're like, we can keep each other accountable and we can do this.
Yes,
Uh,
exactly. So
yeah.
it felt very aligned.
Yes, yes, I know. But I don't know if I'll continue to do that, but we got this for now. So this is like the same thing. This is gonna help me, I feel
Yeah,
like. Yeah.
absolutely. We're opening throat chakras as we record this.
Yes,
Um,
exactly.
So do you want to tell me a little bit about like your spiritual awakening? What's your story? Let's hear some background on Shelby.
Like, do you want me to start or do you want to go first? Because mine's kind of like crazy and might take a while. I don't know.
You go first and we'll go from there.
Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. Like, where do I begin? So like growing up, I grew up in, well, my mom was very Christian, so it's a very Christian household. My dad was more like atheist or I don't know. He wasn't like super religious. So but like I always went to church with my mom and we like, I grew up in like very Christian um like teachings and stuff like that. And that kind of just like I went to church until I was like maybe like 16 or something. And then I kind of like stopped and like got away from it. And I felt like I don't know. I just like got away from it because it wasn't like I don't know resonating with me or like whatever. So I mean, I tried to like go back to church and I was like I kind of agree with some of it, but like not with other parts of it. So um
Feel that.
yeah.
It's the intro we need into spirituality, but it's not the end of the road.
Yeah, yeah. So even like now, like I agree with like a lot of Christian teachings and stuff like that, but not like everything. So it's like maybe we'll get into that later or whatever. But so in 2019, like the end, like fall of 2019. Okay, this is where it all goes down. So I was dating this guy, and he's like, let's go to Vermont for the weekend. Like, I'll book a Airbnb. We'll go to Vermont. So we are on our way to Vermont, and we stop at a gas station, and he's like, here, like, take this, like, I don't know what it was, like a liquid of some sort. I was like, no, like, no, I'm good. Like, I don't, yeah. And then he's like, oh, it's fine. Like, I'll take it. So he takes it. And I was like, okay, I guess if he took it, it's like, can't be that bad, right? So I drink it, whatever. We spend the weekend in Vermont. Like, it's fine. Like, nothing bad happens. So, like, I think the next week after or something, we're going to Boston, and he's like, "Here, take this," and I'm like, I don't know," and he's like, "It's fine. You were fine the first time. Like, do you trust me? Like, nothing bad will happen." I take it, and I think it was like Molly or ecstasy or something like that. And we park, and I get out of the car, and it's like it hits me, and I'm like, I'm about to be like, take me to the hospital. Like, something's wrong. Like, I feel like I'm dying. So he's like, no, no, you're fine. So we like go to the club, and like the whole time I'm like, I'm trying to survive. Like I'm like, this is like very intense.
Mhm.
Um, and so that night happens. He like ends up using my credit card, like spending $200 worth of drinks on my credit card that I didn't know. So it was like really messed up. And the next day I was like, um, you used my card, like what the heck? Like I was about to like stop talking to him. And he's like, oh no, like it's an accident, like I'll Venmo you, so he Venmos me, whatever. I was like, okay, I'll give this guy another chance for some crazy reason. Um,
Relatable.
like what was I thinking? I don't know.
I've been there.
Um, so he books another hotel in Boston. We go, I'm like getting ready in the hotel. He's like, oh, I'll be back. He like walks out of the room. I don't know where the hell he went. Um, and like I didn't take anything. Like he made me a drink. I had a drink, but I didn't like take anything that I knew of. And like after he leaves, I'm like, I'm in the bathroom, like I feel like I'm dying. Like it feels like something's wrong, like how I felt before. And I was like, what's going on? Like I feel like I'm gonna die. I'm trying to survive. I'm like calling him, like, where are you? Like come back, like something's wrong. And then he comes back. After that night, I was like, okay, this is it. Like after that night, I like blocked him. But
Mhm.
like he also like I think I don't know if it was that time or one of the times he also like gave me Adderall. So I took Adderall too. But like when I think that time that I took Adderall, I like got home, I got in the shower, and something in my mind just like opened up. Like I don't know. I was like, there's more to this than like the 3D that I'm experiencing. Like I was
Mhm.
like, there's something more to this. And then that's when I started like really diving into like spirituality, like just going in on like Instagram, like I don't know, watching a bunch of like I don't even think Reels were a thing at the time. I think it was just like posts like of random like spiritual content and stuff like that. And I was like diving deep into it, like what is this? Like figuring it all out. Um, and then I mean, so because I've struggled with like anxiety most of my life and stuff like that. So I was like going to therapy and like working through just like relationships with my parents and stuff like that. So like I started like my healing journey, things like that. Um, and then it kind of just like grew from there, just like my spiritual healing journey, just like learning. Oh, also, and then I found a book. I don't know if you know Dr. Joe Dispenza. Do you know
Mhm.
who that
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
Yeah. So like I don't know how I came across his book, but or someone like suggested it, but I read Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, and
Mm.
that like blew my mind. Have you read that book?
No, I haven't, but I feel like
Oh,
I should.
yeah. That he like talks about he kind of talks about well, he dove into like I don't know if you know like atoms and like what atoms are made of and like reality, like how your mind views reality and like projection of reality and stuff like that. And that's like when I really got into like manifesting and stuff like that because I was like, oh my gosh, like you can kind of like control your reality with your mind, like in
For
your perception and stuff like that. So
sure.
yeah, it just kind of like evolved and grew from there. So, but that's I guess like the majority of my story.
It's interesting when you have like those sudden moments where you just kind of like wake up and see things clearly. Um,
Yeah.
my understanding is that kind of period of time, like kind of COVID-y era or right before, up to like 2017 was an era when a lot of people woke up to
Mm-hmm.
like, oh my God, we live in the Matrix. Like, oh my God, none of this is real. Like,
Actually, but I know I find it interesting that it happened like right before COVID, like fall of 2019 type of thing. And like a lot of people that happened to. And I feel like at least my belief is that like most people's spiritual awakenings are usually kind of like an intense, like either something tragic or something bad happens to them or whatever type of situation that they come to like a oh shit moment or something, you know? But like I've heard I don't know, I've heard other people that are like, oh, it was just gradual. I was like, I thought everyone's was like crazy.
maybe it depends on what road you take.
Yeah.
Unfortunately or fortunately, I've always been a person who likes to learn things the hard way by like doing something and being like, whoa, that's not it. So
Mhm.
I kind of woke up in like a pretty intense way as well. Um, where to even begin? It's hard to even know, but I basically had like I guess 2016, 2017, I had an era where just everything in my world crumbled at once. I was in a very serious relationship and we were planning to get married and like have babies and do the whole thing. And he broke up with me in a way that I was very surprised. Um, and I was very naively and codependently like thinking that I had like planned our whole lives together. So I was like completely thrown. And then on top of that, I left a job that at the point like I thought was my dream career. So I just had an era of endings. And it kind of sent me into this like I don't give a fuck downward spiral where I started like I got really depressed and I kind of just like changed the whole trajectory of my life. I stopped taking good care of myself. And before that, I was like working out all the time. I stopped exercising and I got into like some substance abuse and kind of just let my whole life kind of go in the toilet for a while. And during that time, I became very suicidal and I was kind of just like ready to die. And there was this one day where I was in bed, really, really like depressed and just like craving death. And I just kind of suddenly woke up and was like, oh my God, wait, I want to make the world a better place. Like, wait, I want to do good things in the world. Like, wait, yes, like there's so many fucked up things, and that's why like I have to change it. Like I have to do something. And I just like got like filled with all this energy. And it's taken all these different forms throughout my life of like how I want to help the world. But all of a sudden I was like filled with this purpose. I'm like, yeah, wait, I can like change things. Like, wait, even if I make like small differences in people's lives, then it'll be worthwhile. And that kind of sent me on an entirely new trajectory where I started studying Ayurveda. I went to this like really weird, I mean, it was great, but like a unique school where they do transcendental meditation twice a day. So it's like part of the curriculum, the college curriculum, and they have like yoga classes and they have like really unique fields of study, like consciousness and human potential, or like Ayurveda wellness, which is like a 2,000-year-old Indian practice.
Where
Um,
was this place?
it's in Iowa randomly. There's
How
like,
did you find that?
huh?
How did you find that?
So actually, my parents both went to that college and they met there. So I have like a history. Both my parents, in very different ways, are very spiritual people and they practice transcendental meditation. So I don't know. It was weird and synchronistic. I didn't ever really plan to go there, but all of a sudden, I don't even remember the process. I just like made the decision and all of a sudden I was there. And like
Awesome. It was meant to happen.
yeah, exactly. So I got to study herbology and some like spirituality and wellness practices and really just like flipped my life in like complete opposite direction and it became all about raising my consciousness and doing work on myself and yeah, growing in that way. So I guess that's
That's
like
fun.
the simple version of my story.
Yeah. Sounds like that was like almost like an ego death type of situation or something.
Oh,
I don't
for
know if you've like experienced that or if you would consider that.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
it was kind of like a death of the old me, which is definitely like a version of an ego death. I feel like I'm not even the same person. Like that version
Yeah.
of me is like back
Mhm.
there on like a whole different timeline, and I like
Yeah.
jumped all the way over here. And
Right.
that's why it's like so interesting. Some people will get like really caught up on people not being able to change, but like I feel like when you like hop a timeline or like make like a big life decision, you can like be an entirely different person after that. Just
Oh
one.
yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like I look back at like just pictures of me or whatever, and I think back, I'm like, I'm not even like the same person. Like it's like I've like died a couple of times and was like rebirthed into a new person. Like it's like completely different.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like you can choose that route. Like there are people who always stay the same and on the same trajectory because they don't like grow. But if you're focused on your spiritual practice and like self-growth, like you can definitely change
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah, that's what like I've been obsessed with. I think it stems from my like not feeling good enough. Like I'm always striving to like be better, like do better or change or whatever type of thing.
Me
So
too.
it's like so like I feel like in the past I've been around people who are just like I don't know, okay with I don't know, not putting the work into themselves or whatever. And it's like to me it's like it blows my mind because I'm like this is my whole life.
It's
What do you
very
mean?
I'm the same way. It honestly, it scares me. I was talking to somebody who I knew like a long time ago, and we were catching up, and I was like, "So, like, what's new with you? Like, how have you been? It's been like 10 years." And he was like, "Oh, same old me. Nothing's new." And I was like, "What? Nothing's new in 10 years? That is like my worst nightmare. Like, I work on myself every day. Like, there's always like this new version. It's like
Yeah.
Sarah 5.0 is like coming out and she's got
Yeah.
like new skills, these new thought patterns, like
That's too funny. I mean,
crazy.
I'll tell people like, oh no, not much going on, but it's like, how can I explain the like internal process of what is going on? I can't say like I spent 10 hours doing shadow work the night before, like bawling my eyes out. Like, how do I explain that? You know?
Yeah, no, for real. It depends on the audience. With some of my
Yeah.
close friends, I'll be like, just integrating some tough, some tough
Yeah.
spiritual lessons right now. But then other people, I'm like, oh yeah, nothing's new. Just
Yeah.
you have to like kind of tailor it to
Yeah.
actually. Oh, I tailor it to people. I don't know if that's good.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes it can be good if you like actually do express, because then it kind of like opens their mind maybe to something they're not like aware of or like teaches them something new that they're like, oh, what's that or something. So it can be good in that way, you
Yeah,
know.
I think I'm like coming out of the closet a little bit as far as like being kind of woo and spiritual. It's a part of me that is such a big portion of my life, and yet there are people, if they don't strike me as like people who are interested in that, there are people who probably don't even know that about me. And
Yeah.
so I'm trying to just own it and be like, yeah, like I have some unique beliefs. I think about consciousness and spirituality a lot. And I don't know, I believe that we create our own reality. And there's like people who aren't gonna necessarily vibe with that, and that's okay.
Mhm.
It's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I
It's
know. I get that. I know. I think like a lot of like just like family or old friends that I had, like I feel like they didn't really know that side of me, but then like I met like new people that like understood that and stuff, and it's nice to like connect with people who like understand that or like going through the same type of thing, you know.
it is,
So,
and it's
but
more
like
common.
it's what?
It's more and more common now too.
Oh, yeah. And I think Threads is like the first area where I'm really like expressing like even like weird stuff or whatever that it's like if people in my like normal day-to-day life or whatever saw what I'm posting on Threads, they're probably like, what the hell is she talking about? Like she sounds crazy.
Yeah. Well,
So it's like but like Threads is my little like community of that. And I've been trying to like go into Instagram and stuff and like I told my friend the other day, I'm like, oh, I'm doing a podcast. She's like, oh, what's it on? I was like, oh, spiritual stuff. She's like, I knew it was gonna be spiritual stuff. Like, she's like, that's your thing now. Like, yep, that's my thing now.
hell yeah. Well, I'm so glad for like the Threads community. I feel like I mean, there's like all kinds of stuff on every platform, but I feel like it tends to be like very spiritual forward, like very like it's the only social media platform where I see people talking about like consciousness and like quantum physics and like stuff that I'm really interested in that seems kind of like it's a little less talked about on other platforms. And personally, my algorithm, it's not a lot of like gossip or like super bad news. There's some of that, but it's really not the main focus of Threads. And that's why I've become such a big fan is because it feels like a safe space.
Right? When did you start using Threads?
I think I started when it first came out, when Instagram was like really pushing you to download it for a
Like
while.
when it first came out?
Yeah, but I didn't really use it. I didn't really, I don't know. I'm slow to adapt to new platforms. I'm always weary. Like, I don't want more things taking up my time and energy. So it was slow to get going. But once I started to train the algorithm a little bit and started seeing stuff that I'm much more interested in, and then also, I like that it's less video forward actually,
Yeah.
because to get like kind of wacky with it, I do feel like reels are like an energy suck. Like I can feel like my energy, even though like I enjoy them and like I'll scroll. I
Yeah.
feel my energy draining when I watch them sometimes. Whereas like when I'm just reading like little text posts, I feel like my battery stays more full.
Yeah, now that you mentioned that, I feel like I definitely notice more of an energy drain from like videos and stuff versus that. But I feel like either way, like social media can really like steal your energy and stuff like that. So it's like it's nice to be somewhat mindful of that in general, you know, no matter what you're using. But no,
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, I was like anti-threads. Like when it first came out, I was like, this is so stupid. Like, but I'm just it's like the same with every new app. Like TikTok, I was like, that's the stupidest thing ever. Until like 3 years in, I finally got it and then became addicted to it, you know, type of thing.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, I was like anti-threads, and then one day I was like, I think it was because I was sharing a lot of like of other people's content on my Instagram, just like short things on my story or whatever, and it like came to the point where it's like I kind of want to express like what I want to say instead of like someone else's stuff. I was like, where can I put like short form content? Like I don't want to do something crazy. I just want to like throw out things here or there, whatever. And that's why I was like, let me try out Threads. And that was like it's almost been a year. It'll be 1 year, like September. So that's when I like started just doing that, and like I feel like it's been doing very well and taking off. So
Yeah. Yeah, you've been posting consistently that whole time?
yeah, for the most part. I mean, I'll skip maybe like a day or two, like here or there, very rarely, but for the most part, I try to almost like post a few times like every single day type of thing. Because I notice with threads, like the more you post, the more it pushes out your content, basically, type of thing. Like if you, I mean, you can like post less, but like you have to like post a couple times and it'll throw your stuff out, and then like it'll slow down, and then you have to post more for it
Hmm.
to like keep going type of thing. I think that's how it like gets you like addicted to it, like to
Yeah.
keep posting. But like that's kind of how it works with threads. So.
Yeah, it rewards you.
Mhm.
I've noticed that for posting more.
Mhm.
My boyfriend's been posting on TikTok. He does like calisthenics workout videos, and he's been trying to post every single day. And it does seem like if you post every day, it starts to show up more and more, which I mean,
Mhm.
it makes sense. I don't understand Instagram's algorithm at this point. It's all over the place.
Well, see, like my Instagram is like not really spiritual people. Like I
hmm
used to just post a lot of like gym content and stuff like that. So it's more like gym people. So it's like when I post spiritual stuff, it's like this it's the wrong crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like people are like, what is she talking about? Like she's crazy.
Oh.
So it's like I'm trying to get people from threads like over to my Instagram. I'm like, how do I do that? Like, please follow me on Instagram.
I'm sure it happens as there's like crossover.
I hope so.
Well,
Because I was hoping to like get
you go.
sorry, I was gonna say was hoping to like get paid by threads, like grow it big enough that I can like get paid by threads, but I think you need a certain number of followers on Instagram as well. So I don't know
Really?
what the deal is. I
I didn't
think so.
know that, but I hope you get it. The idea of
Like,
like making money to post like little like blurbs is kind of the dream.
right? I could do that every day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask because I have some history with this as well. You had mentioned that you like started off in Christianity and kind of
Mhm.
like decided that wasn't for you. I have like kind of a similar story, and I've noticed a correlation sometimes with people in the spiritual community who like their intro is through like being super religious and then they break away because they don't vibe with the rules. I'm wondering like how did your like growing up in that environment influence your spirituality? Did it like push you really far away from religion or did it make you feel like, huh, maybe there's more out there? Like how did that influence who you are today?
Yeah. I think it did both because I feel like it kind of gave me like the basis of like believing in a god or something like bigger than us type of thing versus like if I was raised where it's like maybe that didn't exist, maybe I'd be more likely to be like, no, that doesn't exist type of thing. So I feel like it kind of gave me that basis, but then it also really pushed me away from religion because I felt like it was so like strict and like controlling and like judgmental and shameful and stuff. Like I felt like it made me feel like really bad about myself. And
hmm
like I've expressed this to my mom, like just like I felt like it kind of gave me like low self-worth and stuff. Like you're unworthy, you're a sinner, like you're not worthy of anything type of thing. And it's like
Yeah.
that really messed with my self-esteem, like as a person. So
Yeah.
I feel like that part of religion is like it really pushes me away type of thing. So
To
yeah. How about you?
I went to an Adventist school in elementary school, which is like a branch of Christianity. And I
Mhm.
think when you're a kid, you just believe whatever you hear. So I was like very into it for a while. And I would like insist that we go to church. Like they have their Sabbath on Saturday. So like every Saturday was like church. But they would talk a lot about like the devil wants you to like do bad things and like the devil will like possess you and like I don't know and like if you do
It
this
was like
you're a sinner and like
yeah. It's like scary, like it's like fear mongering almost.
it is and
Yeah.
I think when I was probably like 11 or 12 I hit a point where I was like wait a minute like this is messed up like why are you fear mongering. It really like they put the fear of God in me, but I think that in in my heart, I feel like God is like loving energy, not like
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I agree with. I'm like, I don't think God would like, isn't he like an all loving, all accepting, but yet they like demonize him and like he's gonna like banish you to hell and like don't do anything wrong or else you're banished to hell for the rest of your life. And it's like,
yeah,
I don't
pretty
know. That's it just doesn't make sense to me. But
no, and it's scary. And they like
yeah,
really put that into your head when like at such a young age. Oh,
Mhm.
let's see. We've got
I know.
about
How
10
much time
minutes.
do we have?
Yeah, we've got about 10 minutes here. Um, Yeah, it really turned me off. And then for a while, I went super far in the other direction of being kind of anti-religion, where I'm like, not like, I think I always believed in like my version of God, but I was like against the patriarchal kind of shaming aspects of religion. But now I find like a balance where I feel like I just try and take what I like out of each religion and just kind of
Hmm.
leave the rest.
Yeah.
None of the shame, like none of the control, but like some of the teachings, if
Yeah.
vibe. And I've
Mhm.
been kind of interested in the Bible lately. Like I actually feel like there's a lot of good stuff in there. Um,
Yeah.
and then there's some stuff that I don't really mesh
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of it is the way that it's interpreted and the
Mm.
way that people interpret it because there's this person that I found on TikTok who was doing lives and stuff, and he did a lot of like interpretations of the Bible and stuff, and I was like, that like really resonates. Like if he had a church, I was like, I'd be at church every Sunday because that's like hitting. Like I just feel like the way that he's interpreting the sayings is like more, I don't like it's more of like a spiritual twist to it type of thing in a sense, like versus like a Christian religious interpretation. So it's like I believe a lot in the Bible is like there's a lot of good teachings that if you follow these teachings, like it's gonna get you to like enlightenment type of
Mhm.
thing. Same with like Buddhism and stuff like that, you know? Like I feel like I resonate more with Buddhism, but I definitely believe a lot of the teachings in the Bible, if they were taught in the right way, is like it's like some gold in there, you know?
Totally. I think if you think of it as a metaphor a lot too, instead of taking it literally, then there's a lot of
Yeah.
like golden nuggets in there that you would just miss if you think you're supposed to
Mhm.
follow the story exactly how it is.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of like weird stuff in there that I honestly think was probably added by somebody with ill
Mhm.
intent somewhere along the way. That's
Yes.
like like all the stuff that's like puts down like women and femininity,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
aspect of it. I don't see the godliness in that. So
Hmm.
if you can
Yeah.
like, leave that part aside and take the spiritual teachings, I think
Hmm.
there's a lot to learn there. What was the person's name that you were talking?
Um, Shoot, I'm gonna have to give it to you or send it. What is? I can't remember right now.
That's
I'm gonna
our
have to look it up. But yeah, he's really good. Yeah, and he posts everything on YouTube and stuff like that. So you can always like watch his stuff still, even if he's not on live. But
cool. I love that. Well,
yeah.
we're getting close to being out of time. Do you have any other like thoughts, questions, remarks?
I feel like that was like a good start to like everything.
I
I'm
agree.
excited to like talk more. Like this was really good. Like I was getting chills like almost the whole time of us talking and just like a lot of stuff. Like I always know that I'm like in alignment when I'm getting chills. Like that's like a sign to me.
Me
Like
too.
I'm getting them right now.
Yeah, and I knew we would have a lot to talk about, and I feel like this just flowed so easily, which is so great.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
we have very similar opinions on things, so I'm excited to explore more.
Yes, me too. Okay.
Yay. Well, where can people find you if you want
Um,
to?
all on Threads. That's where I post the most. Shelby Kingsley. On Instagram. Actually, if you want to help me grow, help me send a follow on Instagram. Yeah, that's mostly it. YouTube, which this is what I'm gonna post on YouTube. But how about you?
I am at Tira Ashley, TIERAASHLEY. And I'm also going to make an Instagram for the podcast, but as of the time of this recording, that has not been done yet. So you can find me there. And same username for Threads as well.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll put like the links and stuff like in the information and stuff. So
Sounds good.
okay. Awesome.
Thanks,
Yay.
Shelby. It was so fun talking to you.
It was. Thank you.
See you
Bye.
next time. Bye.
Bye.